Hi everybody, I'm excited today to show you our brand new layout for Capture for Education. We've made quite a few significant changes to the way that you as an admin and as a practitioner would see the system. In terms of the features, pretty much all the features are there. There's some new features that are added that I'll go through in this demonstration, but it's just to give you an idea that everything's still there as you know and love, and quickly talk about the new features. And then what we'll be doing is updating the how-to guides just so that you can see everything and see how to do some of the new features. So I'm going to jump straight into my system. So I'm logging in as admin first of all. Okay, so here's the new screen. So as I said, it's completely different from the old tiles that you'd have seen before, and it's more of a menus-based system. The first page, what you can see is you've got this dashboard, and we're going to be improving this dashboard over the next few weeks. So if you've got any comments on what you'd like to see on the dashboard, that's great, we can do this. So as an administrator, I can see how many observations have been made recently, how many unread messages I've got for my messaging system, which we'll come on to in a moment, and how many unread parental observations there are in the setting at the moment. What I can also see is some statistics. So here I've got a table for observations that have been made this week, and it compares it to observations that were made in the previous week. So I can get an immediate feel for what's happening in my setting and whether or not we're making as many observations as we would normally, or we're making a few less. Underneath that here, we've got the parents' observations for the week, and this shows how much interaction we're getting with parents. So are they creating content and sending it back? Because this is my demo system, I've got no information on here unfortunately to show you, but at least you can see what's there. Okay, so now some of the new exciting features and why these are on the dashboard. You've also got this section here which is unread messages. So a parent can send a message in to you. So for example, we can see quickly here that this parent has sent in something about their child being sick, and we've also got some outstanding payments that are due for children. So with the new system you can also set payments up, and this will show you who's paid and who's still outstanding. Okay, so next to the dashboard we've got some things that are sort of classically what you'd have seen before. So we've got the teachers tab, we've got classes, children, and then we've got the ability to make observations. And observations has got a drop down list of all the different types of things that you can do. So you can add observations, add quick observations, add baselines, and then you can do parental observations. And you've also got this nice feature here that you can search. So you can search observations for a specific thing. Next along is the new feature for messaging. Messaging's been a part of the system on the app now for about 6 to 9 months, and we've now got it in the web system as well, and I'll take you through the messaging in a separate how-to guide. And then you've got reports. So again, you can draw on all of your reports through this drop down. And then the last bit you've got accounts. So this is just again the standard things that you'd have seen in the grids before, so things like device registration. You've also got one in here for payments, which is payment settings. You must set up your payment settings before you're able to invoice customers. And then the 3 dots actually is an additional menu, and this is because just to make sure that we can fit everything on the screen. So in here you've got photo books. You can look at orders that have been placed against photo books, and you've also got the payments drop downs, so you can actually create new payments, look at what's been scheduled, look at who's paid, and look at who's outstanding. And what I'll do is I'll come on to messaging and payments, which are the sort of 2 new key features within the system, on the separate how-to guides, just so that you can see exactly how to use them. And I just want to reassure you that actually when you go into here and you add an observation, so I'm going to create a normal observation. Once you actually go into that observation, it's exactly the same layout as it used to be. So that layout hasn't changed, it's only that front page layout that's changed. Okay, so we've kind of gone through how the new features and how the current features look with the new user experience for an administrator. I'm now going to just log out and go in as a teacher. Okay, so now I've just jumped in as a teacher to the Capture system, just so that you can see how it's not too concerning for your staff if they're using this. It's not going to shock them too much. Everything's kind of where they'd expect it. So They can see parent observations and observations in the week, and they can also see unread messages where the messages apply to them specifically. What they won't see is payments, because payments is only driven through admin. So at the top they've got the children's tab as they had before. They've got the ability to add observations, to view reports, and they can now actually create the messages. This messages feature is only available if they're a senior teacher. If they're not a senior teacher, that won't appear on their system. And what you'll notice is that obviously under reports we've got all of the different reporting options, and under observations they've got the different observations, and they've got the search and parent observations. Search and parents used to be two separate tiles for them, but they're now all incorporated under observations. Okay, I hope you enjoy the new layout. Please give us your feedback on what you'd like to see added to the dashboard, and if there's any features that you'd like us to bring on in the near future. Obviously visit us at capture-education.co.uk and click on the little support tab for any support. At the moment, with the current coronavirus situation, we're asking customers to try to avoid making phone calls into us. The phone line is still available and there are people on support, but obviously if you're able to use the intercom, the little pink circle in the corner, or you're able to email us at support@capture-education.co.uk, it'd be greatly appreciated, because we'll be able to get back to those in a timely fashion.